Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Wizard Chan. You can call me the Native Doctor. You can call me Big Masquerade or Opu, my language. And I just spoke my truth on Afrobeats Intelligence.
Afrobeats Intelligence podcast.
Afrobeats Intelligence, democratizing African music.
Okay, it's good to meet you, brother.
Nice to meet you. Thanks for having me.
So, thank you. You bought me a cake. Mm-hmm. Nice. It's a beautiful cake. Yeah. I'm like, let it stay in the shot. It's a happy birthday. Chan even broke his fast.
Yeah.
For me.
So I'm
yeah.
making it for sure.
Yeah, this is the birthday edition. I have a platter in the in the kitchen. There's a platter, and then there's a hamper.
Yeah, coming on the way, then we have a cake.
We have oh God.
It's your birthday. You deserve it for what you do for the ecosystem and the industry. So,
oh, thank you. I usually don't know. I usually don't know how to for a long time. I didn't know how to accept from the world for a very long time.
I understand.
And so, just as a disguise, I gave and gave and gave and gave until I discovered that it wasn't virtue. That generosity at the root of it wasn't virtue. It was a disguise.
Of course.
And then I'm like, okay.
It's meant to be like a ping pong. You give, you take.
Yeah. Huh. Well, more than ever, people like to say you should give more than you take.
Because there's more blessing attached to giving.
You believe that?
Think about it logically. Helping.
Yeah, I just want to move this closer to you.
Okay. Like helping people is something that.
Hold on just a bit. Let me make sure. This. I capture your audio so we don't have. So
Okay.
let it stay close to your mouth.
Yeah. So helping people is just a great thing.
Yeah.
Receiving is great too, but I think helping it. If I'm meant to put them on hierarchy, I'll put help, receive.
Help and receive. Oh, okay. Cool. And then with you have a new project coming out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So something about you that's always fascinated me is why you choose to present yourself to the world like this. You're a good, I don't know, good. You're unique, you're authentic, your individualism shines through. Some people would also call you weird.
Yeah.
Do you get that a lot?
A lot.
Oh, nice. And so some people call you weird. Some other people would say you have very spiritual elements in your music and how you carry and present yourself.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering, what are you doing?
What's it?
Like in terms of what are you trying to express?
That's the thing. I'm not trying anything. I'm just being me. I've not always been like this. This found me, and it's just stuck with me. And it's beautiful to see that this is who I am.
Okay, just to get a clearer picture of this. So this found you.
Yeah.
When you say this found you, what does that mean?
It's purpose, right? For me, it's more than music, and that's why when some people tell me, go and do the norm, I'm like, I can do it. I have the talent to do it. I have the ability to do it. But there's a reason behind this being Wizard, Native Doctor, Big Masquerade, all that spirituality music. It's not always been like this. Up till 2020, it wasn't like this.
What was it before this? What was it like before 2020?
The regular. Trying to blow, trying to make it.
Okay.
Music wanted to be where you go and get cash, live the life. I'm not saying it's bad, but I mean that's the more popular route to take. And it wasn't just me. I knew it wasn't just me, but you know those scenario where you are not proud of who you really are because you feel like that's not cool.
Yeah.
That's not gangster enough. Saying you believe in God in some sort of way. Something I wasn't really proud of.
Yeah.
But encounters happen and you just have to.
Like Saul at Damascus.
Sort of, like, I would say so. I would say almost dying.
Oh no.
Yeah, almost dying twice in a year. Could have easily just died in the space of what, 4 months or so.
You had 2 near-death experiences.
Yeah, crazy ones.
Okay. So before I get to that, I'm just trying to fully understand what you were doing before 2020 musically. So your purpose in the space then was you were trying to make it out of the hood, or you were trying to, let's say, ascend and using the conventional ways. So what drove you was materialism, the good life, hedonism, the pursuit of the life and the lifestyle.
Yes.
And then in 2020, but prior to that, you had all of these in you.
Yeah.
This was you.
I knew.
Why did you, okay, you've already said it wasn't that cool, but why did you think it was okay to suppress yourself? Is it because of what was demanded of you from the industry, or these were masks you put on voluntarily?
I mean, I would say both ways. Both. I've never been in the industry. I still do not really consider myself to be in the industry. I'm just opportunity to be having popular songs, but I don't think a lot of industry people really know me for me to say that. But I would say from a distance rather, when I used to watch you guys, everyone do these things, and what I felt like everyone wanted was not someone that is coming to talk about his life stories, God, forgiveness, hope, prayers. I didn't think people wanted to listen to that.
What did you think people wanted to listen to?
Love, money, fast cars, the fast life. I felt that's what the public would consume. I believed it myself, that was the only thing that was going to work here. And I felt like if I stuck to what I believed in, I would be great, but no one was going to listen to my music.
That's interesting. The picture of like consuming so much of pop culture that you develop a mental model that includes stereotypes and archetypes of what the industry is.
Yeah.
And when you try to crystallize yourself, you try to be that prototype.
Yeah.
I'm just using a lot of types. It's so cool. So you try to like get to that ideal. And what was the internal conflict like?
What do you mean? What do you say?
Internal, like you're one thing inside and you're expressing a different thing, something superficial.
Oh.
What was the conflict? You had internal conflict?
Yeah, I was just full of sadness. Like, the real me wants to say what I'm saying now.
Yeah.
But because if you know back then, even in university, you're like, people are saying, oh, you have to sing like that. This is why these people are blown. You have to sing like this. I remember the song on my first EP, the first song, Mr. Sailor Man. I wrote that song in 2016.
Okay.
That's when I made that song.
Wow.
I remember singing that song
That's 8 years ago.
Yeah, when I was cooking in the kitchen and I was singing that song, and someone said to me, I'm singing nonsense.
Your friend walked into the room. Was he a friend?
Yeah, I'll say friend.
Friend with all the gravity that word carries.
Yeah.
Okay, he walks in.
What kind of song is this?
For real?
Which kind of song is this?
What did you respond?
I mean, I couldn't respond because I'm nobody, right? So maybe the consumers understood better than I did. But, at the time, I remember, shout out to Fowls, but I remember it was pop. It was like, Fowls was trending at the time, and some other people, and they said, can't you see how Fowls was singing, and this person and that person, and I started trying to like listen more to these people and try to be a bit more pop. But it doesn't suit my personality. Yeah.
And so your heart wasn't in it.
Nah.
So 2020, 2 near-death experiences.
Yeah.
What happened? why did you try to leave us twice?
I didn't try. Maybe it's the village people.
What happened in the first one?
So the first one was I served in Sokoto. I mean, that's where I met a lot of my people, my producer, Pumba Mix, my manager, a lot of people. I met them there in Sokoto.
What part of Sokoto was this?
Sokoto, like the main Sokoto NYC, that's where we did our NY, that's where we served. So we met ourselves there. Though my producer was already living in Sokoto at the time, I met him there. But my manager was also a copper. My friend and I, we came from Port Harcourt twice. Came from Port Harcourt to Sokoto. Wanted to leave, but we couldn't just leave. Like, nothing was working for us to leave, so we ended up being there. We didn't know that that's where the destiny lied, everything. So,
why were you trying to leave?
I mean, the stereotype of Sokoto, not Boko Haram, the stereotype that everyone would hear on the media, you know. But it was so lovely living there. It was so peaceful. I never had any issue with anybody.
That's strange. How people could internalize and project a specific thing about a place.
Yeah.
Maybe those places have pockets of that. But
everywhere does.
Yeah, but the generality of these spots is that people are living harmoniously in peace. Yeah. And that was your experience.
Yeah.
So you guys linked up and you guys clung to each other because you guys were all you had, or how did you guys just found yourselves in the same batch?
Yeah, I would just say it's God doing his thing, because I remember how myself and my producer met was a very funny story. At the time, Burna Boy had dropped Anybody, and I wanted to do a cover of it. So I went around looking for a studio to record this cover. And at the time, I hadn't trained my ears. I had no production skill. I was not mixing at the time. I had no idea. I just knew I was a good writer. That I've always known from like GS2 when I started writing music. And I went to this studio, and it was this typical Malo, we call it Malo, right? Where once you sing, they don't even find the key, they just turn on auto-tune, and
it was very low tech.
It was too bad. Gosh, it was too bad. And because I believed so much in my writing skill, I was not paying attention to what melodies were. Sometimes you can be too cocky with one ability and you neglect the other, and that will make you never go anywhere in this life.
True.
And that was what was happening to me at the time. So I recorded this thing. I called people, short content, posted it on Today. Not trust me, over 400 comments were insults. Some people were saying, Burna Boy should come and beat me up. I don't know if people could remember that. We wore our copper uniforms. Crazy.
What did that do? How did you guys take it?
Bro, my friend said, bro, you lucky say we don't do because for 5 hospitals. That's what my guy told me, man. Say, guy, you didn't lucky say we don't do Lagos, so they won't beat us. And came out coppers. And a lot of people believed in my music. When they come around, they see me writing songs and they're blown away with my words and everything, bro. Everyone was stone deaf, right? So, bruh, the insult was so bad, I shut out, right? Then what I did was I wanted revenge. I wanted to make a statement.
Yeah, get your lick back.
Yeah, so I went around. I said, give me the best producer in Sokoto. I don't care who pay. I just want to make my name back. Then went around. I went to several studios, and first question I asked, do you make use of Cubase? Because where I went to, they were not make use of Cubase, and that's my own personal DAW. I love Cubase 5.
Yeah.
And I said, and someone took me to a guy. They said his name was Uncle Fav. I said, let me go to this place. And I went there. When I got there, I asked him, bro, do you have Cubase? Do you make use of Cubase? He said, I make use of Cubase. If whatever you want, I make use of it. I said, I want to make a song, and the name of that song was Amber, and very well written song. It was a love song, very good, and he mixed it up and posted it, and I had like over 600. They didn't even know it was me. People loved it, were commenting. I was like, okay, now I know that I am not bad. It was the production, and from that day, I said, I will take my production seriously, because it's not good enough for you to be good. I think that experience made me understand that it's not about you as an artist. Like, you can be good and be with bad producers and you just don't get it.
Yeah.
And you would never get it until you find someone to blend well with you. So that's how I met Uncle Fab. But now his name is Pumba Mix, and we've been close buddies. He taught me production, taught me how to mix, master, everything. But I don't make beats. Yeah, and he taught me, but he regrets it now.
Why does he regret?
Because I'm a very stubborn guy in the studio. It's like, Wizard, this is not correct. I'm like, I like it like that. Musically, it's not correct.
Yes.
I like it like that. Then we put it out. People love it. I was like, well,
See?
yeah.
So, what was the first near-death experience in Sokoto?
Car accident.
What was happening? You were headed out somewhere?
So my friend at the time had a C300 Benz. You know how crazy those cars are.
Yeah.
And his girl at the time came to Sokoto from Abuja to see him. And I was the one that drove more.
Okay.
So
You were the third wheel.
Yeah.
And you were actually the wheel.
I am the wheel. I'm the one that drives around the game. Because I'm actually like a good driver.
Okay.
So it was time for us to go back to Abuja, and we were to head to the airport, right? So a soldier was in front with me, then both of them were at the back. So I was hitting the road, and you know these northern roads, they're so good, big, no gallops,
nothing
smooth.
yet.
So this is me just going on my 100, trying to meet her. She was almost late to miss the flight. And I was just going, and I saw a police van. So I wanted to follow the van so that we'll just go ahead, and the back tire just pulled out.
Whoa.
Your back tire.
Did you instinctively step on the brake pad?
Yeah, I was scared.
Oh no, that's
And
the worst
that was the
mistake.
first time I knew that was a mistake.
Yeah.
So this is my luck. That car was original, so it was heavy.
Oh.
So when I stepped on the brake, it went up, and it came back.
Oh, thank God.
I was still scared. So luckily enough for me, the soldier that was with us is a desert driver. Drives in all this Meduguri, the Sambisa, and also he's experienced with situations like that. So he just told me, take your leg off the brake. Now, this was what my problem was. I had no control of this car anymore. The wheels were always moving, blah, blah, blah. And I could just see us going to hit a rock. And I was not saying I could do it, but I was struggling. The wheels were too hard. And in that moment, I was like, how do I just come to Sokoto and die? Because prior to this, I hated NYSC because each time with each bash, you hear someone died. I didn't want to serve. I'd finished university 2017, but I didn't want to serve. But I had to serve 2019. And lucky for me, the guy was so calm. If that guy was not there, we're dead. So he was so calm. It was timing the whole situation, looking at the rock, looking at the mirrors, making sure no one was coming. And at the close
How long was this interval?
I can't even tell.
Okay.
I can't tell.
Yeah, because things was happening too fast.
Yeah, I can't tell. But I knew the people were shouting, their language shouting, thinking we were just going to die, right? And the guy was so precise. And at the point where we were about to go off, if we were going off the road, we were going to hit like a rock, he just supported me and turned the car and climbed the pavement, and that's how the car stopped.
Whoa. This is some James Bond shit.
Like, honestly, that's how that car stopped. And we came down. And the road has this mark. I don't know if they've done it now, but it was a very big mark that like tore the road down. Yeah. That was the first one. And I just...
4 months later, what happened?
I think 4 months later, there was COVID. COVID hit. And I was sick. You know, and I called my brother. My brother is a doctor in Germany. And I called him. I'm not feeling too well. He told me, just go to the clinic. Let them check your vitals. You know, the usual stuff. And we go to... And in my head, I was like, okay, private clinic should be better, right? And I go to this private clinic. And another mistake... My friend, one of my friends took me in my friend's car, which is the same Benz, and we got there. On getting to the clinic, it was just like one old woman and some weird-looking guy that was there. And they said the doctor was inside. I went to meet the doctor. I told the doctor, the doctor asked the nurse to check my vitals. I could see that she was struggling to even make use of like the BP machine. Like she was struggling, but okay, maybe I don't know what is happening, but like she was done, checked all that and all that. And the doctor asked her to put me on some treatment or so, like for the night. And they gave me a room. So my friend was to go back, come with the rest of my guys at home so they would stay with me in the hospital.
Yeah. So it's a big gang thing.
Yeah, like, oh, where's this? Let's just do it, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And that's how he left, and I was on bed. And the nurse came. When she came, she asked me, are you a footballer or whatever I call my dreadlocks on the car, right? And I was like, no, I'm a copper and I'm just a musician. So there and there, she started asking me for money, right? She was trying to treat me. Like, it was weird, like, asking me for money.
She just started billing you.
Yeah, there and there, she started billing me, telling me all her problems. I'm like, I said, Mama, because she's a very elderly person, right? I said, Mama, can I just get well first? Then we can talk about it. She said, okay, no problem. Then she put this drip on me. Yeah, put it in. Then something funny started happening. I was waiting for my guys to come back. I was the only one in that hospital I did not know. There was no other person. The doctor had left. Everybody had gone. Only this woman and one guy that had some crazy looking face that was scary.
You're in a horror movie.
Yeah, apparently. So now this is what she was doing. I hardly sleep at night. It's like a behavior because I'm always recording, always working. That's one thing about me. So she didn't close the door. She said she didn't want to close the door because she wanted to like come and be able to give me whatever it was. But this woman she would come, she would peep, go. She didn't know I was seeing her. She came, peeped at me like 5 times. But I didn't say anything because I'm like, it's an hospital with you now. Then she came like 6th time and said, you need to sleep. I'm like, no, I usually stay awake. And she said, oh no, you're supposed to sleep, you can't sleep. And they come, and she brought some syringe, very big. I didn't know what it was. And when I was asking her, waiting with this, she didn't tell me. She's like, I should not worry, that it's just to help me sleep. And I kid you not, she took out the stuff and she put the syringe directly to it. And immediately she pumped it, I just felt all my pressure going down my body. Like it's like I was just dying immediately. So I used kind of like my last consciousness. It's like, can she stop putting this thing in my body? Like right now, like she was just like, she needed me to sleep. I know. And I'm sorry, man. Should I talk about it? I have this pressure.
Yeah, no, I'll just take it.
Yeah. So she just continued, and at a point I stopped her. And
I understand. It's such a.
I don't believe that each time I talk about it, I still.
Yeah, it's a crazy experience to have where someone at the hospital. This is the place where you're supposed to go.
Yeah.
Get life.
Yeah. So she stopped and she came back with a bill. Imagine, this was just one drip she's giving to me and the injection. The bill was about 49,000 and this is Sokoto 20. I'm like, come on. Why is this bill like this? So I just told her.
You're not supposed to get billed there immediately. You're supposed to pay for the space or a card or something.
Yeah. So I told her when my friends come, they will handle it. And at that moment, I would just pray my guys come because I wasn't feeling myself anymore. My eyes were forcefully shut in the funny way that no amount of highness or whatever I've taken in this life before made me feel that way before. And it felt like there was a heavy stuff on my chest.
A weight on your chest.
Yeah. Couldn't breathe. And prior to that, what I was remembering was someone died in my hands in a camp. It was my roommate in the camp. And he died when we went to the hospital in camp. The boy was still lying down on the floor. We brought him and kept him there. And while I was holding the boy, and like we're calling for them to come, I guess he couldn't breathe.
Yeah.
But he couldn't stand up too at the same time. No. So, and the boy convulsed. I watched him just die like that, man. That was like the first time I had to see that happening directly. All this were happening like a semi-ache type of thing.
No way.
And that was always replaying in my head at the time. And when that boy died, because we kind of like look alike, but it was way, way bigger than I was. People thought I was the one that died in camp at that time. So when they came up in the morning, it wasn't me. I kept on hearing news. Oh, I think that you die, blah, 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 blah. And that was the only thing that was ringing in my head at that moment. So when my guys came, they gave my guys the bill. My guys said they didn't understand this bill. The pay is not a problem, but it's fishy. What is happening? Okay, where is the doctor? We want to see doctor. Oh, doctor is sleeping inside. And tell him that we want to see him. Or let's wait till morning to pay the bill. She said, no, we have to pay blah, 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 blah. Then I called one of my guys. And I told him, bro, I can't breathe, man. That's what I told him. He's like, serious now. I said, bro, I know if you breathe. I swear to God, I need oxygen. I need to breathe right now. And from there, the whole thing, PH boys, one of the Delta boys, like everywhere, they were angry. And only for them to go match the doctor door open, nobody was there.
No way.
There was nobody in that clinic. Like no single person. Now, out of remember what happened to that guy, I had to force myself to sit up.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't breathing anymore, I was lying down. And it helped a bit, but I was still out of breath. I had this high panic attack. Everything was just feeling weird in my body. And we begged them that, please just take this guy to oxygen, let him just get some air or something. The woman said, okay, there's an oxygen machine, let her take me there. They took me there, got there, and she told me to lie down. I lay down. And each time I lay down like that, it felt like I was going. I wasn't meant to, like, I felt like I was going. Literally, you feeling my hands getting cold. Like, it was like little by little, like I was literally going. And there was just something wrong. Okay, can you plug in the stuffs and give to him? And she was just playing with these things. I was like, she don't know how to do it too. So what did you say? She doesn't know how to operate this thing. Oh my God. Like, and this is around 12 midnight to
1 a.m. Dead of the night.
Dead of the night, man. My guys were angry, we were shouting at her. As they were shouting me, I was just going. They didn't know, right? And at some point, it felt like I was here, but I wasn't here anymore. I was at that point whereby it felt like, don't worry. It's, when there's this voice yesterday, just sleep, it's fine. But like, that you're not meant to sleep. You don't even try it.
Yeah.
And I was going, and I started feeling like my feet were getting cold and stuff like that. Then my guy just came to like talk to me, and his hand like held my hand, and that warmness kind of like just gave me a bit of like a revived kind of something in me. And I woke up and I told him that, bro, raise me up. And he died. And he brought me up, and at some point we went outside. My guys were talking to this woman. This woman was not like, oh, she knows what's wrong with me. She would give me this. So my friend started calling my brother as a doctor. But it was midnight. A lot of people have slept. We had 2 copper friends that were doctors that had left too. They're calling everybody, nobody was speaking. So lucky enough for us, Dr. AB picked up the call. And they were talking to him. So this woman was telling me that, she knows what's wrong with me. She would give me 1 injection. It was making it worse. I just wanted to be better. So like, whatever you need to do to make me feel better. I think she was on the 4th one or the 5th one. She was put in my system. And Dr. AB told my friend to turn the video camera to see what she was giving to me. And this woman was injecting me with asthmatic drug. And I'm not asthmatic.
Jesus.
That's all she was putting in my body. And at that moment, I just started collapsing. I could hear my friend shouting, Jesus, Maxwell, don't die, Maxwell, don't die, Maxwell. They were so scared. I was just trying to fight for my life, because at that moment, I was like, bro, you're just, 25? You've not achieved anything in life, nothing. And my biggest fear was my friends, because if I had died, the news on papers would be, coppers use their friend for ritual.
Yes, of course.
That's what will come out. That I was so sure. That's what they're going to say. Nobody was going to know the real story. Nobody was going to hear from them. Nobody was going to understand.
Yep.
So it was so important to me that I did not die. And if I was going to die, I said I was going to die in the arms of this woman. So my friends were like, see, let us leave here and go to, I think it was Udut. I forgot the name of it. Is Udut or Udu. I don't know, one of the hospitals. Kind of like the government hospital. And I told them that, bro, I told my guy, his name is Benjamin, call him G-Chan. I said, G, if I enter that car and I die, you don't go feel explain anything. My papa feel no even listen to her. So make I die for this woman. And that's all I told him. So them to the reason that at the moment that but at the same time they didn't want me to die, right? They're like, make we take the risk. I refused to go. These guys, they literally jacked me, put me in the car. And bruh, when my friend started driving, I didn't know whether I was going to die for what was inside me or whether he was the one going to kill us because that guy was super fast. And but like, glory to God that we even had a car.
Yeah.
Because in Sokoto, there's no taxi. All they have is bikes and keke. No bus, no taxi. And nothing is operating that night. So if we had no means of transportation, there was no way I would have left there. So thank God my friend even had a car. We got to the hospital.
You guys left the woman at the hospital?
We left her. My friends left her, put me in the car and drove down. And when we got to the hospital, they stabilized me, checked my breathing, checked everything. And they asked, what did they put in your body? None of us knew. So that was a problem. So nobody knew what they put in my body, for know what they were even used to like help out the situation. But long story got short, they helped stabilize me. I couldn't eat anything for like 2 weeks. Like if you were boiling water here and I inhaled it, it seems like I was gonna die. It was that crazy. And it even got bad as I was getting to the hospital. There's whether some House of Reps or somebody, some big man died that night too. It was crazy. I would just see people die this COVID period, man. It was COVID.
That nurse, what did you guys go back there to?
So I stayed in the hospital all through the night, woke up the next morning. My intention was to go arrest her and stuff like that. But I was not even strong enough to walk. And everybody's concern was for me to just be alive. So I couldn't talk, I couldn't do anything. So the nurse that was attending to me just told me that her advice to me is to leave this woman first and think about myself and all that. But yeah, and after like 2-3 weeks, I was not becoming myself bit by bit, but you could still feel like these drugs in your system somehow. Yeah. And I don't know how true, but I heard like later on that this woman killed some 7-year-old boy in the hospital or whatever it is. But yeah, I mean, so in those moments,
she was going to kill you for 49,000.
But I don't even understand it. I don't even get it. Like till date, I still have a video of the night where I was videoing my hand before she came to put I still have it on my old phone. I still have it because it's just something that I can never just understand. I can't put things together. Why she lied that there was a doctor in the hospital? Why they didn't want me to leave the hospital? Why she kept on pumping me with drugs that she didn't understand? Why she refused to give me oxygen? Nothing. Why she was discussing money with me immediately I got there? Why she had this weird-looking guy that had some weird-looking face? Just both of them in the hospital.
You're in a horror movie, man.
Nah, because if I was
that's the entire plot of a horror movie.
Yeah, crazy. Like, and I'm not joking. Like, each time I talk about it, just like now, like I feel like I'm living in it. Like I can tell you for a fact that I don't know how to walk into a hospital right now, because and that's bad.
That's PTSD, man.
Like when I take my dad to the hospital, I'm staying outside. If I walk in, it feels like I'm living it again. If I want to go get tested, the moment they're putting, I'm never scared of injections, but I'm overthinking it.
Wow.
And even after that, it felt like that thing lived with me for like a year plus. When I found a way to come back to Port Harcourt, I wasn't myself. I wasn't myself. And then I was just on the bed, basically bedridden. I was just there and I started I didn't have any other thing to do than to beg God, right? I did not have any other thing to do. So there was just things that just said to me that you have to be real with yourself. You could go any moment right now and it doesn't matter. Like everything you do because you're trying to please humanity, it doesn't make sense anymore. You know, then I started writing these songs that I always sang in my head. Started writing them and they were comforting me, to be honest. Those songs were all I had. And I would say those songs healed me, not medication, because I stopped taking medication at some point. It wasn't working.
Yeah.
There was nothing that was working. I just kept on singing to myself over and over again, writing songs, being true to myself. And I just made a promise that this is what I was going to do in my life. And that was it.
So 2 near-death experiences. The first one, 2 near-death experiences. The first one, accident. The second one was just man's inhumanity to man.
Yeah.
So when I hear things, so there are a few things in this world that I don't play with. I can understand someone stealing for food. Like in one chop, in see bread here in Tifa. Chop. I can understand that. Well, I do not condone that behavior, but I can understand your motive. That's a person I can trust. If I can take care of his survival, that's my G.
Yeah.
What I don't understand is just malice. Like the lack of empathy, the lack of a humanizing force within you. Just the absence of light. And then you would willfully seek to execute the person just to get 49,000.
There was no remorse in this woman's face.
Yeah, because I feel like this is something she'd done regularly.
Yeah. At some point, I looked up to her and I said, Mama, because she's elderly. I said, I don't do anything before. I just had to ask. I don't do anything before.
I reached to ask her.
What did I do you? Like, I had to ask this woman, and she coldly just looked at me and just said that you go sleep. Wow, man. Crazy.
And so this near-death experience also served as a wake-up call for you.
Yeah.
A reawakening for you,
Yeah.
artistically.
Yeah.
Because now you've gone to the brink,
Yeah.
and now you believe that your existence has to serve something.
Yeah. Not just for my being, not just because I'm an artist, like even my lifestyle changed. I changed
What did you change?
a lot. I don't party. I don't go out. Right now, I really don't drink.
Yeah, but you're drinking for me. Cheers,
Yeah,
man.
you, man.
Cheers,
I
G.
really don't
To
drink.
life.
Yeah.
To life.
Yeah, just had to stop every bad habit. And not because I'm against it, but it's just a promise I just made to myself. I had to find a way to say it was hard stopping all these things. I'm not a good person, not like I'm holy or anything. Nah, come on. But
This is just a personal commitment to yourself.
Yeah, just try to be accountable
Yeah.
for life. I feel like I'm living a second life, kind of.
Yeah, this is your third life.
Yeah, third life. You get me?
This is your third life. You've been given chances to still be here.
Yeah. So I don't just want to take it for granted. You know, there are some days you want to be the old you. I used to be wild, bro, like very wild. Trust me, wild. I'm still crazy, but I'm not wild.
Yeah.
I'm still crazy, but I'm not wild. Yeah.
So this experiences, so you know when people go to the brink and people who have had near-death experiences, something that really sticks with them is it gives them apart from a new appreciation for living, it gives them an epiphany of some sort. It gives them an epiphany that moves them in a different direction. For you, it was artistic and lifestyle. For some other people, it might be, hey, I'm going to go to Mexico, like do drugs and hookers. Because life is for the living.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yes. Like, bro, since I know that, I go flex this life.
Yeah.
And maybe your idea of flexing is being true to self, becoming cleaner, cutting out fluff and being more mindful of your existence and your direction. For some other people, it's all of the things I have held back that has civilized me. I'm going to let them go because there's a level of existence that I have not enjoyment that I would have missed out on if I had gone. And so they're like, any problem, they'll be like, fuck it, we ball.
Yeah, we ball. For me, like it's I want to be responsible for someone and a group of people.
Yeah.
I was responsible for my dad, my mom, my brothers, my future partner, kids. I want to try to be responsible for them. And it's not the easiest thing. You can't wait till you're there to say that's when I want to start. So there are a lot of things. And as much as I tell people that I'm not good, I'm not like the holy person. I don't think I wake up every day and do now. I can do fasting like what I'm doing these days and all that. But I'm still not like the holiest of all person. But one thing I know is I try to not keep things in the open too much for the younger generations to consume.
Okay.
And that's where I feel like I come in. My music, I can tell you that it's been able to cut across the elderly, the young, and the kids.
Yeah. It's cross generational.
Yeah. So I want to be that person that can do that. Whereby it's a safe, it's a safe space to listen to my music. So these are promises and things I wanted to do for myself.
And how did you feel, or rather, when your music started, getting more recognition and more acceptance? This music that you've dug out from the depths of, the darkness, as your way to heal yourself and climb back into the light. Yeah. You started seeing it perform a version of what it was doing for you for a wider community. People were listening to it now. People were connecting to your records. Did that validate that the decision you made?
Did it? Has it? I don't think I've gotten to where that decision knows it could get to. But it's comforting knowing that I am me.
Yeah.
Unapologetically, and it's working out. Because, like I say, for someone that most people will call alter, I have good numbers. I have good number of gigs. I'll tell you that, because I see people, I know people in the industry. I know how hard it is for people to get loved when you're overly unique. People might love you, but to be indoors, low key. Now they jam this guy. Yeah, this guy bad, but they wouldn't come out to stand for you. So when I see that, when I look at the performances, when I look at the love, it's crazy. Sometimes when I come out for a gig and the way they sing these songs word for word, when I get messages, you can tell what is real and what's not real. You get me?
Yeah. And
what it does for me is I just say thank God I didn't give up, because even after the whole experience in Sokoto, when I came back to Port Harcourt, that was another hell. That was a whole new hell I had.
Why? Why was it hell?
I don't know, maybe life just needed to break me so that I would
break you to your core. So you
I had a very, very bad spell where I felt alone. I was alone.
I thought your family, they were there.
So that's the thing. So I wasn't living in the family house at the time. My dad had given me an apartment. I tell people I'm not an artist that came from a poor home.
Yeah.
I didn't come from a rich home at the same time. I am somewhere in between.
So you guys held your own.
Yeah.
Okay.
As a kid, I had everything I wanted.
Okay.
Bruh, I'm never gonna lie. That's one of the things that messed me up as growing up, because you have everything you want, and when you go to the university and money starts dropping from your parents and I go into this new world and it just kind of like hits you, boom. And
The freedom.
not just okay, imagine you going to the university being this person that everything you wanted
Was handed
given,
to you.
yeah. And now you're in a world where you're in another country, because I schooled in Ghana, and you start noticing that if Popsy was sending you 200K a month, you should start reducing to 100. Not because of anything, because there was not much anymore. Then it starts reducing to 70, it starts reducing to 50, then it starts being a struggle sometimes. Then you start understanding that you have to work. You have to do this on your own.
Yeah.
It's like a wake-up call. It's more like almost of my friends woke up early and I woke up a bit late.
Yeah, because you were insulated for a long time.
Yeah. So, but when I came back to from service, my dad gave me an apartment where myself and my friend stayed. So I wasn't like at home.
Yeah.
Wasn't far from home, but wasn't staying with them. And some things happened back then that just led to me now being alone in the house. It was so bad that I was living with my dog. My dog was living in the house with me, like literally. I stayed inside the house for like 3 weeks. I didn't see the sunlight. I didn't come out to see the sunlight. I just would send some boys to go get me food and stuff like that. My dog lives with me. We come, stay on the bed. It was like, it felt like I was even having a conversation with that dude, man. I was broken. Like when I mean broke, I was shattered. Like shattered to like, very, very shattered. But my comforter at the time, was my producer had taught me production.
Oh, okay. So you were.
And I had equipment. And I've been writing all these songs. So that was the beginning of Earth Song. You get me? That was the beginning of Earth Song. So I woke up one day and I just, my usual routine, touch my eyes, cross my teeth, then I smoke some trees and I meditate with the Almighty. That is, I stopped at, I live in a world of looming danger. I stopped. I didn't record the song anymore. I said, this is the song. I don't go rush am. I kept on just working, recorded lots of songs, so many songs. And it wasn't getting better. And I just needed to leave. I needed to leave Port Harcourt. It wasn't getting better. It was getting worse.
When did you move to Lagos?
2022, immediately after my sister's wedding. I think that was October 2022.
Yeah, you took a flight, and then
No.
took a bus.
No.
You trekked.
No. So my dad gave me one of his cars, his Prado.
Oh, nice.
And I told him I wanted to leave, but I needed something from him. I needed a car.
Oh.
And I told her, this car, I understand that you need it, but I'm going to no man's land. I need to survive. Maybe I could use this car to hustle and get something for myself. It was against it at first, like, no, don't you understand what I'm living? I have a business here I'm doing, blah, blah. Then my brothers spoke to him, my cousin, and they agreed for me to go. Put the car in order. I didn't have money on me. I was broke. But my immediate older brother, okay, he had come. He came for my sister's wedding, and when he came and he met me in the house, I was like, "Why are you living like this? You're not happy." He could tell. You look empty.
Yeah.
I told him I was just lying to him, and he told me that. What about music? Because he was the person that told me as a kid when I started writing, when I started singing, he would tell me, the only thing you would do for me is make sure that your song has meaning. Yeah. That's what he always told me. So that stuck to my head, and he's my closest buddy. And he told me, why don't you go and try one more time? And go to Lagos this time around now. Go and try now. Don't worry, I'll give you money. And he gave me 3 million naira.
Whoa.
Yeah, to come to Lagos.
Shout out to him.
Shout out to him.
That's nice. Well done, brother. Big brother. Well done.
Yeah. So he gave me this 3 million naira and went to the family house the night before, prayed, and with family. And my cousin when after prayer, he said something to me. He said, he read a portion of the Bible. I can't remember. I can't really remember. But I remember the interpretation was, on your way going to a fertile land, there will be obstacles.
Yeah.
But the worst mistake you make in your life is to turn back.
Yeah.
That's what he told me. And he told me, oh, you can't go. The next morning, he pulled up, called my photographer at Divola because he knows Lagos, he's a Lagos boy. So they come. I lied to my parents that I had where to stay. I did not have anywhere. I have friends, but I'd already had issues with friendship at the time. So I said to myself, Rizad, you're going to suffer. You're going to do this on your own. You're not going to call anybody. Nobody's going to give you comfort. You're just going to go to Lagos, and I don't know how, but you'll find a way. I told Ademola, I needed someone to direct me. I called the driver, I called the police, and a family friend of mine, Papi Flacco, and told him, let's go to Lagos. They joined me. But on my way to Lagos, we've not even left Port Harcourt, though. I don't know whether the driver was happy. I had accident.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Bruh, so there was this U-turn. The taxi was trying to make it, and people were inside. And this driver was now overtaking on the left.
No.
So we hit the taxi. The whole front went down. My glass broke. Everything shattered. And I thought that car was not going to. I was like, "Hi, God, I have to go back home." I've already made up my mind I will go back home. Then Papi Flacco came to me and said, "Bro, if you go back house, you don't fuck up. No matter what you do, more they go Lagos, so more fine we will go fix this car for you. They go Lagos." And I was not having it. I just wanted to go home. I was like, this is a sign for me not to come to Lagos. I have to just go back. Flacco refused. I called the vulcanizer, called this, and they came to weld, did some welding, did that, put the parts in the car, the lights was broken. I called the new driver, came, we started, the car started, wow, okay. We continue the journey. I will go to Lagos. And I can't remember the place we went to Lagos, but it was my friend's family house. We went to at first. But the road, I think it was Ikorodu, I don't know, but the road there, oh my God, it wasn't the Prado. Yeah. That area, the road was crazy. The road was crazy. And we got there, slept in the family house that day, and the next day we left. And that was the beginning of my homelessness in Lagos. So, at the time, my family friend, the elder brother to Papi Flacco, Brian, is an artist too. He was already in Lagos. He came to Lagos. We came together, but he came from Abuja. We came to hustle with this thing ourselves. So he was squatting with someone at Surulere. I wanted to go stay with him, but he was squatting with someone, so it was crazy. So what I used to do is I just park in the estate in Surulere, turn on my car for the whole night, sleep in it.
Whoa. So you find an estate, park in there for the security, just turn on the car and then you take off.
Yeah, I've slept in. One day I parked at Fela Shrine. I slept.
So you were leaving out of the car.
Yeah.
Then how were you pursuing the music? You wake.
I wasn't pursuing music at the time. I had money with me, but I knew it was limited. If I had gone to stay too much in hotels and all, the money would finish quick. Though there are some days I went to stay 1 or 2 days. When
you couldn't handle it.
Yeah, when I couldn't handle it, or I had someone that wanted to come see me, I'll go. But majority of the time, I was just crashing in the car. There was once I used to crash in Ikoyi, my friend's compound.
Yeah, you see euphemism. Someone that wanted to come see you.
Oh my God. I mean,
yeah, I guess.
My girl at the time. At the time.
And then you slept in Fela Shrine.
Yeah, one day I didn't know. I just went to Fela Shrine side and I parked. Yeah, I slept. I woke up around 34, started driving back, and I was just using my map. I didn't know anywhere. I went to Aja to look for a house. Look, the houses were crazy. I finally went to Aja. I couldn't see. I slept in the car once in Aja. Then later I slept in the hotel. Then finally, before I even saw a place, I used to sleep with my friends. Myself and my manager. She lives in Lagos, but she would come around sometimes and she'd Maybe she used to pity them suffering. And she just stay around. But yeah, I was sleeping in my friend's compound in Ikoyi. Then I'll have my bath in the swimming pool shower, change up in the booth. Or sometimes I'll go to my in-laws' place in Agungi, have my bath there, change up, and continue the journey until I found a place in Nacha. And when I found the place, I paid this place, and I was trying to transport my things from my house in PH to Lagos. Then there's this situation where flood happened that is scattered the road that you pass, I think, through my house or something like that. So I couldn't have my things in the house for up to 2 months.
No way.
That's why I was sleeping on the floor for 2 months. So, and on that same floor and echoing house, I completed that song.
Wow.
I was so tired of life, man. And I was just writing music that time, saying, maybe one day my pikin go grow up, one day like music, make I write songs where they go like, that kind of thing. Then I had made up my mind to start singing in my language at the time. But I've not fully locked it in. And I was thinking, what would it feel like to do this on drill, on trap, on, not the conventional local music. Then I remember I was recording one day on the floor, and my friend was in the other room. I was in my own room, and I still remember my dad, like, because he's someone I look up to very much, like even down to my lyrics, is mostly just his wisdom. I was remembering, and I remember a prayer he would always pray. He would say, like that is the yes. That's my dad's one of his favorite prayers at some point in time. He basically like let God's flag of victory be. So I just opened up my Cubase and I just did so yes, he made tamono or be paka and it was a one take. Boom. I started shouting. Dad, don't get out. But my friend at the time, because he's Yoruba, he didn't understand. I was like, my ear. And I played it. Okay, nice. I said, bro, you don't understand. You do not understand what's happening here. This is it. This is what I've been thinking all my life that I want to do. And I stacked up the vocals and yeah.
Beautiful.
I would go to, I didn't used to have lights. I had a back loose mouse called Blue Chariot. I would go there in the bar with my laptop, my headphone, my sound card, and I'll be mixing. In the bar where they play music, I'll be mixing there.
Because you really wanted it.
Yeah, I'll be mixing all my songs. Just kept on mixing. Then I'll play it for my manager. And I remember the first day I played a song for them in the car. We were in a very terrible hold up in Lekki. Almost like 6 hours step on the road. And I played it. I told them, I just want to play for you guys. I'm not sure if you guys will understand it or you'll like it, but this is what I really want to do. This is the real me. And she said, okay, play it now. Everyone does it. As I played it, just like, oh, more. Yeah. But that's not how the song came out, though. We did not intentionally drop it.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. It was leaked.
Did you find out who leaked it?
I don't know the person personally till now. But I used to do this thing back then where, because my friends, they like my lyrics, my storytelling so much, I'll put like I'll put lyrics on like a blank page or on a Masquerade video and I'll post it on my WhatsApp. Then my friends will pick it up and be posting it on their own WhatsApp. So I think a friend of mine posted it on hers and someone that knew her took it, posted it, and just like that, then one guy, something 912 on TikTok with just 200 followers, posted it on TikTok. And one day I was hopeless on the floor, lying down looking up to God. I didn't have what to eat. Crazy. Because prior to that, I used to do both with my car.
Yeah.
The Prado. It was a very funny experience because each time I go pick up people will be like, why are you coming to pick me up with the Prado?
Yeah, it's
I need to eat.
Yeah,
Can you jump in? So, but at the time I had given out my car to like these companies that they rent Prados but I wasn't going to be aiming for close to 3 months because they had to fix things in the car. I remember the accident happened and they needed to upgrade. And the bill was almost like 4 million, so I can't remember again. But like they needed to take those first 3 months' money to pay off. Then if I start earning, so I wasn't going to be earning money for 3 months. But I had to do it because what else would I do?
Yeah.
I mean, it was a better decision for me to stay hungry for 3 months, and after that, I knew I was going to get $1 million every month.
Yeah.
And I could solve my problem for a long time. So I was in the house hopeless, and my friend called me. She's like, "Yo, Wizard, don't be angry." I said, "What happened?" She said, "Someone leaked your song, that song that I've been begging you since for." I said, "I better stop playing, I beg." She said, "I'm not joking." She said, "It is going viral on TikTok."
Whoa.
I said, "Okay, send me the link." And she sent me the link. I looked at it, and it was already having 40-something thousand views at the time. And this guy just had 200 followers. And I went to the comment section. I saw people still claiming my song. I'm the one that sang it. I'm like, are you guys mad? Are you guys mad? And I can be very, is it irrational to call it when you don't think and you just, I can be like, I was very angry. So I called the one person that will always think, my manager, because me, I would just act sometimes. Called her, told her, she was like, "Oh, why we did that now? We're trying to figure out." And at the time in TikTok, you can't message somebody unless the person is following you. So that was a problem. I couldn't message this guy. So I went to the comment section. I said, I made this song, blah, blah. I told him, can you open your DMs? Like trying to get to him. Then we were about to try to tell him to take it down because the song was not up and all that, blah, blah, blah. Then something just came to me. I just said, what's the worst that can happen? Just drop this song, Jerry. Even if it's 5,000 streams you have you ever had 5,000 streams in your life? Just put it out. Mind you, this was December. So I called my producer, Pumba. He was still in Sokoto at the time. We're all going through life, like crazy life. Called him. He just lost his stepmom at the time. Just lost her. And I called him. I said, "Bro, I know things are bad, but I need you, man." It's like, "What's up?" I said, "I need you to finish up this work, to beat everything." So, "Okay, now I'll go to him. Now, you know, say, you get wahala. You ever since I teach you how to do production, you didn't let me do my, I said, don't worry, go work for phone." So we stayed up on the phone. Imagine producing from call.
No.
Guy, take about this, put this. We stayed up like that, we made it. He sent his mix. I said, "Bro, I don't like your mix, use my mix." He's like, "Bro, your mix is bad." I said, "I know, use it." He said, "Guy, the lows are too much." I said, "Use it." I said, "I have a feeling that this is what this song needs." So we argued. I just, I beg, just take it. And Bimbo Graham, I remember he told me, which is the guy that markets my song for me, Bimbo. He told me, "Wizard, give me this song. This song will blow." I said, "Bimbo, I don't get ₦1. How would they push this thing? Now, what do I do?" Like, he said, "You know, don't just bring this song, I could drop him." So I used Azuri at the time. And I gave it to him. And we dropped it. I remember I went to shoot content for the content that blew up, the one that everybody knows, the dot mics. And the day I went to shoot the content, the place that we first of all went to shoot it, the Hausa gateman that gave us access to enter. Someone came, somebody that has enough credit. Not these people that have too much credit, that would just be calling owner of property anyhow. Went to go and call the owner, they sacked the guy. Jeez. I was so sad. I didn't even have money to even compensate him, nothing. I felt so bad. We went to another place in Badore down, like this water side, something like that. And we shot that video. And we edited it. And I remember in 9th to 24th, where the song was dropping, I sat on my bed and I told God, "Man, I have given up, but even if it's 5,000, even if it's 10,000 stream, it will make me know that this is valid."
Yeah.
And I didn't have what to eat the next morning. I just remember I posted that video. I had 52 followers on my TikTok at the time. I posted that video by 6 a.m. in the morning, and I slept. Woke up by 9, video was 130,000 views. God, everybody. Jeez. Like, bro, are you guys seeing this? Was going, kept on posting. 400, 300,000. Just my followers were just going up. I was like, yeah. Bimbo was like, "I tell you now. Nice. Now the song be this." I told him, "Okay, we kept on doing. Then at some point, Grace has done his work. Now money and strategy has to do his work.
Yeah.
But there was no money. I had to go. I found no way. I called one of my uncle and borrowed $1 million from him, and he gave it to me, and without interest. And we used that money to like do the little we can. And the song just kept on going. Then I remember I started having calls from people. Then we did. Amazing Clef called me to come. Yeah. We did the activated season, posted, and boom. But prior to that, before Nigeria caught up, I was already blowing up in US. Before Nigeria caught up, like we were going in US, Brazil, some funny weird countries, right? So, and I just said to myself, oh, it's one of those situations whereby I might never blow in Nigeria because I am not singing what they like.
Yeah.
Then Chris Brown posted. Me and everywhere going crazy. I didn't even know I was in Maven studio that day. I was in Maven studio. I was talking to a label in Yankee. We have a meeting. Imagine you're having a meeting and they're negotiating stuff with you.
Yeah.
And they're pricing you low.
Yeah.
And then I kept having notification on my phone. I opened. I saw people saying, Chris Brown just posted it. Chris Brown just posted it. And I opened it. And I saw Chris Brown posted me. I shared it with everybody. We are just on the table in the meeting. That moment, that's how we told them that price have gone up.
Of course.
They were shocked. They thought it was a lie. They literally went to check it. They said, oh shit, it's true. So the price has gone up. We're going to discuss this later. Man, I had follows from Cedric the Entertainer, Jimmy Foxx's manager. We talk. I was just, every single conversation I had never came in Nigeria. Top labels, top distros from outside, I had major conversation with them, and I knew that, oh, man, you're blessed, because it's crazy how you go from not even blowing up in your own place first and you're there. But that's when Jazzy came in. It was so important. That was the most important factor in me being blown here in Nigeria.
Was Don Jazzy?
Was Jazzy. I give it to him because the moment he posted me and said the breath of fresh air, the whole Nigerian community came in.
That's beautiful.
They came in.
You didn't even have a conversation with him?
Nah.
Nothing?
Nah.
That's beautiful.
Jazzy is him, man. Like, there's something about... There are few people in this industry that... The respect I have for them is... It's crazy. It's not because they are big. No. It's just because of how they've acted without... You know, when someone does something for you in return for something, it's not really a favor, it's just transaction.
Yeah.
But when someone is doing something for you and there is no much thing he's getting back, that's love.
Yeah.
That's real love. Jazzy, Joe Boy. There are a lot of them. I'll just call Jazzy and Joe Boy because they're the only people I want to talk about.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And so now you're at a point now where things are a lot different from when you created this project. Mm-hmm. You have more support now. You finally have like your feet wet, in a manner of speaking. You're wading through the water. You've gone through one cycle.
Yeah.
And so you're coming back now with Time Traveler.
Yeah.
What's different this time?
Misunderstanding is the problem.
In what sense?
I feel like I'm a very misunderstood person in this industry, both from the fans' side. The ones that don't understand me yet, because I've seen some crazy ass comments there. It doesn't make me sad, but it just makes me feel like, come on, man. We have Google for a reason. Just try, man. Try, you would understand. And also from like the industry point of view. You know, when I dropped The Messenger.
That's your first EP?
Yeah, the first EP did so well. Joe Boy was very, very supportive.
Yeah.
Wouldn't lie. Lona did so well, went up the charts. Currently, it's just surpassed Ed Song.
No way.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a beautiful record.
Yeah, so just surpassed Ed Song. But when I dropped that project, there's a song there called Higher Powers.
Yeah.
Bomanime. And that song was my language, and I use my language a lot because I sit down and I know I love maybe if I'm watching a show, I see Ashake's jamming Fuji, I'm happy. I'm like, damn, come on, Fuji.
What language is this?
Ijo, Okrika.
Okay.
I'm Ijo.
From South Nigeria.
Yeah,
For those who don't know
Delta.
Nigeria, this is the Niger Delta of Nigeria, predominantly the oil-rich region. And so Ijo is one of our most prominent languages from that region.
Yeah. So people hear higher powers and say I'm doing some evil incantation. Like people, I kid you not. I see some things. I'm like, I'm not angry because if education was proper in this country, if we wanted to teach our history well,
Or even our culture.
people would not hear Tamono and not know that is God.
Yep.
Like, it's so crazy. And it's still making me sad. And for that reason alone, the name, the brand, everything, sort of like felt like I'm secluded. Like,
Yeah.
oh, he's evil, so shoot.
For real? You were feeling that?
Yeah.
Huh.
Trust me. I still do. That's why you don't see me in a lot of places. I only go where I'm needed.
Wow.
Yeah. Because I'm not going to explain myself to nobody.
So just because you're singing in a language that is, according to Nigerian geopolitical strata, that's a minority language, and you're singing about, you're expressing yourself in it, the lack of understanding has made people cast you as someone doing something demonic.
Yeah.
It brings me up to this lady. This is not the first time. So as a child, one of the biggest Igbo folk songs then was this. It was even in our folk tales. We used it a lot. My mom used to sing this for me in the 90s, early and mid 90s. And the artist there is Noha. A lot of people, she had this stigma to her. Hopefully, the next season of Afrobeats Intelligence, I would be I'll be doing Afrobeats to the world. But after that, I'll go down to the legends. I hope you guys stay alive, because I lost Onyeka Onwenu, and that broke my heart. There was a lot that could happen there. And so nobody knew who she was. A lot of people stigmatized her. They said she belonged to, it was devilish. Yeah. Then all of that. Until this Fino and Larry Gaga, they did the record with her and turned a folk song into a pop hit. Yeah. And I was so happy to see them platform her like that. Like, it's sort of demystified her. And I'm like, I thought you were dead. I thought you were gone. Like, and there she was. So yes, I'm going to have her on the podcast. Yeah, I have partners for that now.
Congratulations also.
Thank you. Let me leave the Easter egg there. Yeah. So to see that in 2024, this was the 90s. Yeah. In 2024, we as a people, as a collective, we still maintain an irrational fear of novelty, especially novelty that you cannot find, you do not possess, you don't want to do the work to actually understand. You'd rather categorize it as something negative and then push it away.
Yeah. And that's what I stand for. I stand against it, rather. Like, I'm against it from my name.
Yeah.
Native Doctor. Big Masquerade.
Okay. How'd you come about Native Doctor and Big Masquerade?
Native Doctor simply means healer of souls. Oh. A doctor, do it in his native language. Oh. Native Doctor. Healer of souls. Big Masquerade is my aura. It's who I am. When I'm on stage, mostly with my band, I feel like a masquerade in display. Feels like an alter ego, right?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, so that's who I am. But like I tell people are happy to carry their kids and go and put on the leg of Father Christmas, Santa Claus. But you can't. If I say I'm going to watch Masquerade in my village, oh God, nah, come on, you're better than that, man.
Have you tried to go aura for aura with a real masquerade, with like a masquerade?
Yeah, my video Earth song.
Yeah, I know you killed that one. I don't mean the recorded one. That's not a Masquerade you paid to be there.
No, those are the real Masquerades.
I know, but the fact that they were there being filmed means
because we demanded, we wanted them, but we had to do the rights and everything that makes them come out.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, my dad is a chief. So
you went to perform the traditional rites before they could release
my dad did
them.
all that for me. And nowhere I was on the canoe, the boat, and all that. That's a tradition for chiefs. Either I think when they're installing them or when the chief dies, and that was how we used to go to war before.
Yeah, the boat houses.
Yeah, so that song video was that video that I had to do for my people. We didn't mean to just go and do like a crazy lavish video and all, but since this song had penetrated, I needed to introduce people to my people. So that video was actually a festival. You can ask GD. That's why GD loves the video so much. The whole village came out.
Wow.
The whole village was there. They were there. Shot on the water for up to 5 hours, standing on that canoe. Rain was falling. We were there. We did it.
No way.
My dad is in the video. My mom is in the video.
Aww.
Those chiefs, they are real chiefs. Everything there was real.
Yeah, you went to have a celebration.
Yeah, no actor was there. It's all real.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Art mimics life, or art intersects life.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. And so with this one, what are you doing are you trying to actively dispel that, or you are leaning into it with Time Traveler?
With Time Traveler, Time Traveler is a project that is very different from The Messenger, to be honest, if I'm being honest. Sound-wise.
What's in this one?
Our local sounds from the South. I played the Big Masquerade before.
Yeah.
You are the one that said that song was beyond that.
Yes.
And it's on it.
Well
Number
done.
one song.
So Wizichan had come earlier one evening in this house, this particular spot, but then it wasn't a podcast. It's still not a podcast today. It switches back to a living room. This is my living room. And we listened to the record, and I fell in love with the record called Big Masquerade. I'm like, this is a big, self-explanatory, eponymous record that should not be excluded. Yeah. And I'm happy. Yeah, another reason to go back to wait for that project.
Yeah. It wasn't on the project. You put it on the project.
Hey.
You put it on the project. I assure you, it wasn't on it.
For real?
It wasn't. Remember I told you I played you the project, the skeleton, and I told you I had one song I wanted to play for you.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you connected because you're from PH and all that, and I played it, and you were like, this is your song, this is your introduction, this is how they know who you are as Big Masquerade.
Yes.
And I told my manager that Big Masquerade is starting the EP then.
I can even hear the melody in my head.
Yeah, so
okay, let's not get. Oh, well done, thank you. Oh, it makes me feel good.
Yeah.
And so with this one, you're introducing us to your local sounds that are endemic to that, from native to you people.
Yeah, so it's a bit more local, but one thing stands, the message is always there. But we have like High Life, we have Gyration, we have our Masquerade drums. That's a song I have with Boma Nime again, Kuku.
Yeah, who are those women?
They're my women.
Where did you find these women?
I've known Sister Furo, the fair one.
Yeah.
Since when I was a kid. She's my sister's godmother. These are women that used to sing. Their job at the time, as when I was a kid in the prayer houses, where they were to sing and bring down a certain atmosphere, which always happened.
Wow.
Yes, always happened. If they come here and they do it, you will feel it for no reason. You feel it. They would sing.
If they were Greek, they'll call them sirens.
Yeah. So they would sing, and the atmosphere of this place was just going to change. Then the prophet or the prophetess starts giving revelations and stuff due to the fact that they brought down an atmosphere.
Yeah.
So when I came back from Ghana, the first thing I asked my mom was, there's something I want to try with my music. I think I can blow up Tekewari music into like mainstream if I fuse myself with those women. And she said, okay, I can call Sister Afro. She'll come with her sister. And they came. I explained this vision to them. She loves music. She said, I'm down. Let's go. Okay. okay, we have to make it tighter, so we signed them to ourselves under management with Chan Empire, and we manage them until we can get someone that can handle their own dreams. And the first try, we have songs, but the first song we dropped together was Moses.
Yeah.
And it didn't really go, but I understood why it didn't go, because I was going against the laws of their music.
Yeah.
We were trying to be too musical with it, put it on a piano. It's one of my favorite records, but why people did not understand them at the time was because it was the type of melodies we played. Then when we let them dictate with higher powers, brother, that's another level. And now Cuckoo is coming. I can tell you that higher powers is in trouble.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
I'm happy that not only are you a vessel, you have people, you have other artists that are also like, how do I put this, benefiting from your light.
Yeah.
And you're also trying, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's rare to find that.
It's hard work, but
What people generally do is they just go extract what they need from them. Because I heard them on Oxlade's album, Oxlade from Africa.
I flew them to Lagos to do that for him.
Oh, nice. Beautiful. So I'm happy that somehow they've started like infusing themselves into the space. I can't wait for when someone would literally put the budget down and then find the specific pathway to introduce their music.
Yeah, they have their project already. We have the project. We're looking for someone that believes in it as much as I do. Because see those women here, they are like my own Angelica Kidjo.
Yeah.
But in a more spiritual form. I believe that those women have the easier target to win the proper Grammy.
Yeah.
I do believe it though. Well, someone has to see it the way I see it.
I would love to listen to that project.
Yeah. When we're done cooking it up, you'll be the first as usual.
Thank you.
But I hope you'll be ready because you have to be.
I'll be ready. No worry. I'll be ready. And then, so you've done this journey. There's a new project coming October 18th, right?
24th.
October 24th. We have Time Traveler.
Time Traveler.
In all of this, I think, we've done a lot. I think we've done over an hour. That's nice. Yeah. I'm getting back to doing over 1 hour. Editor, sorry. The exporting would be a problem.
Sorry in advance.
Yeah, because we've done an hour, over an hour. Like, we've just done an hour now. Yeah. So, plus the 14 minutes we did earlier before I restarted the timer. So, I'm thinking, once upon a time, you were led by aspiration. Yeah, pop culture aspiration. You needed to fit into the stereotype. Yeah. And then you were led to purpose. And now purpose has given you some of the things you wanted from aspiration. Yeah. Your music is doing great. You have you're aiming upward and you have the fuel for it. I'm thinking, in all of this, what gladdens you the most? What do you go home every night and you're like, okay, I'm thankful for this at this stage of my journey?
Number one, I'm thankful that I do it with my friends.
Oh, it's important that it's community.
No, not that. We all came into this game without knowing anybody. I'm sure you never knew my manager before now.
No, never.
Nobody can say they knew her.
Yeah. Yeah, she's a new infusion into the space.
And she's very good at what she does,
I trust.
Pretty much everybody that I actually work with. And I'm just glad that we can be examples to say, we're not in it alone, definitely. We've now had connections. We now try to,
You've had partners now.
Partners and try to do more. But the fact that this artist that is not a pop artist comes up with a new bunch of people that didn't tell him what or how to make his music, believed in it, moved it, and it's here. Sort of like almost feels like it's mainstream, even if we all know that they'll call it alternative. And it's with this group of unknown dudes. It's very amazing. Like, I'm very happy for that. Another thing I'm happy for that you might remember I smiled is that Niger Delta is on the map.
Yeah.
Joy is on the map. Okrika is on the map.
Beautiful.
You understand? It's on the map.
Yes.
A lot of my fans from the East and the West are now aware.
Yeah.
A bit more aware.
That there's an entire culture.
Yes.
Distinct culture in this part, and people can benefit. It has all of the tools to be a blessing to everyone.
Trust me, the other day I was on a Twitter space and a Yoruba guy came and he called me Opu, which is big masquerade in my language. And I'm like, that's crazy. Opu. I said,
that's
he
good.
gave me, and it's singing the verse on Demons and Angels, the Asawana, which just means God is with us. But people will take it differently. So those things make me happy, and the fact that my dad is proud.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you have him on a pedestal, so I'm happy that him being proud of you means something.
Means a lot. Each time he's going to the village, he tells me that when he's passing Marine Base, that everybody there will be saying, "See, Amaye father, see, Amaye father," and now their national anthem is Higher Powers. When he's passing, they'll be singing Higher Powers for him.
Oh, beautiful.
And he never thought that music was the way to. Because my father is the one that always says to me, "Good name is better than silver and gold."
Yeah.
He loves his name more than any other thing. And each time he's in the village, people are proud of him because of what I do.
Yeah.
I'm taking the place. And his happiness is my happiness. That's what that matters to me right now. If he's sad, I'm sad. If he's happy, I'm happy. And each time he tells me I'm proud of you, that's all I need to hear.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
I think this is a great place to end this. It just leaves me with a miniature sun in my heart. I feel warm inside.
Thank you.
Thank you for doing this. Thank you for honoring the invitation. Thank you for the cake.
Of course.
And the platter and the and what's the
Happy birthday to you.
Hey.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Zoe.
Hey.
Happy birthday to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. We're out, man. Blessings.
Bless you, man. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Let's cut the cake.